Uh, thanks a lot for all of you to be here. We are very proud to be in this event. Uh, Greetings for all of you, and we are very happy to express and to explain our philosophy and our vision and how we make the traditional method with our mentality and also with the grapes with our grapes. So thank you a lot for the invitation, and we are very proud. And thanks also for coming here. And well, it's a very busy time for us. It's a harvest time, in the middle of harvest time, so it has been impossible to come here. But I hope that in the next conference we will be meeting you personally. That is the way that we like most. We will start the conference talking about a little bit about the region and our philosophy, and also to compare this the cava producers and what we are doing. And so you will have the whole picture of our region in a traditional method. In our case, we are a small winery that in the last years we felt a lot the idea of expressing as maximum as possible with our native grapes to get the maximum expression also in the traditional method. So for the reason we like, we are pushing to have to be close to the grape also in the traditional method. So what we are doing is implementing the natural minimum intervention in a traditional method. And here there is a video. So yeah, that's a family winery. My father, my uncle, my cousin, me, all together with in our farming, very close to Vilafranca, Penedès, very close to the capital of the region of Penedès. And from these 22 hectares that I'm the fifth generation working on them, we focus on the grape. We sell 12 hectares and we keep 10 hectares for us to produce among the most important production for us is it's with the traditional method. It's 60-70% of our total production, and our total production is 40,000 bottles. So a small production focused on the grape. So this is a picture of me and my father that we take the essence from many years ago to build up the future. So I would like to start with to have the whole picture of our region with Cava, Corpinat, Classic Penedès producers. How is the mindset? How they are working, and then we will focus more in our specific case that is a little bit different from them. So here with Cava, Corpinat, Classic Penedès, the framework is conventional wines with some intervention in the winery to get the best wine possible. Focusing the most expensive wines are focused more on aging. Long aging in our region means more quality and more expensive. So all the different appellations, they are going upper and upper in the month of minimum aging, like 9, 12, even 15 months if it's Classic Penedès, Corpinat, Cava. And there is long tradition on a traditional method. So there's many years that they are in the different appellations with the same mentality, with this long aging, long tradition on this classic mentality. And another point on Penedès is that the organic farming is very important. And for instance, Classic Penedès is just about or Corpinat, it's just about with produce it with organic farming. So it's a big step because we are not, there is starting to be like a sustainable agriculture for the coming generations. So that's very important. And usually Cava, Corpinat, Classic Penedès, they're working with mainly with native indigenous grapes, but not only. But the main grapes are Xarel·lo, Macabeu, and Parellada, the coupage, the blend of the three of them. They also work with Chardonnay, with Pinot Noir, with grapes, French grapes, international grapes, but mostly Xarel·lo, Macabeu, and Parellada is the typical one. So, so this is how it's working the one part of the region in this way. And I would like to also to share our experience on what we are doing on this. We started with a similar mentality under the Appellation Cava, but from here, last years, we felt that every step that we did with Leo intervention and with also with all different methods, we felt closer to the grape, closer to our estate. So in this case, what we did is going further and further with low intervention till a moment that we consider natural wine producers, and we are very comfortable with taking the risk that is not adding anything outside from the state, or as less things as possible outside from the state. So in this moment, our winery, what we are doing is to implement in our natural philosophy that we do also ancestral method with fermentation. We produce still wines, skin contact, also late harvest, botrytis, natural botrytis wines. So what we are doing right now is implementing this philosophy that we feel very comfortable also to the traditional method. So in this case, in our case, we are not part of any appellation in order to go further in this idea. So for us nowadays, there is low intervention in the traditional method, indigenous yeast, no added sulfites, no clarification, no filtration. And we are experimenting the second fermentation with indigenous yeast. We did a couple of trials that didn't work, but freezing the yeast. But we are concerned about this, and we want to go further and further in order to not to add anything outside from the land. The idea is to get to work hard. We are working hard on the field to get the maximum expression of our soil and our grapes. We are working just with indigenous yeast, and these coming years we want to go further from Xarel·lo, Macabeu, and Parellada to get new expressions of the traditional method. So we focus more on the grape and not the aging, not another components to feel that every year the wine will be different. 2019, 2020, 2021 were three totally different years, and I think that we feel very good if then also in the traditional method we can feel these different years on the bottle. So natural flavors, just fermented juice. For us, aging is not important. So also it's one reason that we are not in any appellation, because when we feel that it's ready to go to the market and there's more fruity notes, whatever we are looking for is when we launch it. Every year is different. Sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's 1 year and a half, sometimes it's 3 months, 9 months. But when you are not adding anything outside from the land, everything is more integrated. There is a light wines without sulfites, so you have all the bacteria, and the development is much you let them express. And from here, the aging is much more relative. You don't need to wait a lot of time to have everything integrated, because it just fermented, more integrated. For us, it's very important to how to produce it and why it's produced in this way, and the reason why we are doing this is to get the maximum expression and to be close to the grape and be close to our soil. Even long aging traditional method that we also get another flavors. Also, we have an innovative mindset. So in this case, to explore new flavors, explore new local grades with a traditional method. So the skin contact maceration with a traditional method, we are exploring this way. We are exploring different grapes, local grapes that are not the typical ones for Cava. And as I said before, with hand operations, we go further.
some pictures of how we work. Also with, as I told you, with the skin contact, with amphoras, and to cement eggs as well. So we want to implement also these natural elements mindset also in the traditional method. And as I said before, the main thing here is to taking a risk because we work very hard on the land to get the maximum quality grape every year and focus on the grape. So from here to do the production without being without any afraid of anything, just to trust the grape, trust our work, be very careful with all the processes, and to get this low intervention traditional method. For us, it's very important to have and in this case, sustainable quality agriculture. We are working biodynamic since last September. We moved from organic to biodynamic. We are not looking for any certification, Demeter certification. What we are looking for is to have more material organic, more alive soil, more alive vineyards, and from here to give to the future generations better state and healthier state that we found us, and also to have a more quality grape and vineyards that are healthier and more more expressive. So all the times, it's very important to do it by hand, and it's a moment that we started with my cousin like some months ago. So it's now time of all the concept of the biodynamic agriculture that for me it's very huge. To know which ones we can do it and which plants, which tasks they are fit better with our grapes and with us. Especially in order to reduce the amount of sulfur and copper as maximum as possible in the land and to have this natural agriculture. So we do some different trials in different parts of the state with different grapes in order to find which ones can be the substitute or can do the work of sulfur and copper and reduce the doses as maximum as possible. So that was my idea to that you have the whole picture of Penedès with this that the mainly market is with Corpina, Classic Penedès, Cava producers, and a little bit how is the philosophy and how is the work, hard work in one way, and we are more in the mindset of with other natural wine producers that are nowadays in the region, and without any afraid of anything to implement this natural philosophy in the traditional method. I don't know if you have any questions, but this will be the labels, some this, and well, thank you very much. I am my Hungarian is very bad, but I hope that at least you can understand it from reading. But thank you very much, and to all of you.